Here's some store-bought basil, which many people complain it doesn't last long on the windowsill. This is one I've had for about 2.5, 3 months. Also store-bought. It's still in its normal soil though. But all I've done with this one, I've harvested this so many times. But all I've done with this one is put the nutrient mix in here, and it's just kept on going. So now I can see it needs to be transplanted. It's probably root bound. So we're going to transplant, and the store-bought, if you're not doing your own seedling, I just want to show you quickly before we carry on. Look at that. That is peas. That's my pea seedlings, and they now turn into microgreens. I could go and plant them. They will continue to grow into a normal ranking peas, but I'm pulling one off, broken it off, and that is no poison, nothing on top of this. It's just grown from the seed in this home. And look at that. Tastes like a pea straight out of the pod. And the amazing thing, that piece I've just put in my mouth and chewed, it's 40 times more nutritious than the pea that comes out of the pod. I can taste now that it's ready to harvest, because, and also this is beautiful for garnishing. Chefs love this for garnishing. Some peas curl and do all sorts. Good for garnishing. And I can taste now, like I said, that it's getting ready to be harvested. All right. Now what we're going to do today, seeing our soil is ready, we're going to take store-bought herbs or plants, and we're going to repot them. But we're not going to use soil. Look at that, how root bound that is. Now I know out of this one, look how many multiple plants I can still get out of this. Now what I'll do is, I'm going to make a mess here, but anyway, see there, I've broken it up. Take all the soil off. Don't worry if you damage a few of the roots and all that. That doesn't matter, because the roots are going to have nutrients right on top of them. So I've just shot it off. Now I'm putting into my liquid. This is just plain water mix, and I've added a teaspoon or two of hydrogen peroxide, so it keeps it clean, and if there's any nasties on there, it'll be fine. Okay, so what we're going to do now, they got little holes in. Here's my plant, and I'll put that back in there. I'll need the little pot. So now here's my cocoa core next to me here, so I'm filling it up. Okay, just remember it's not soil, this is cocoa core, but they have the nutrients in already here, so everything is in there. This is very easy to do, and this is as if you're growing out of normal soil, but it's still hydroponic. It's a different form of hydroponic. So yeah, now I'm giving a little bit of a stamp. Okay, there. All I'm going to do is make a little hole with my finger. Remember, this is store-bought plants. So from the soil into hydroponics. Now that's a hydroponic mix. Like I said, when I started this in 1977, that's how I did it in sand. Not in the soil, but in sea sand that has got no nutrients. I ordered a truck of sand, and I'd lay it out in boxing in the yard, and I would plant the little seedlings, and once I've done the seedlings, I would take a pinch of the nutrients and put it at the base of each seedling, and have a little pipe with a drop dripping it all the time. So, and they grew beautifully. I used to sell that to a local store down the road, tomatoes, and I grew lettuce and different other veg. So this is basically that as what I'd started with. This is not the liquid one, we'll get into that. Now that is the plant, but cocoa coir. This is already mixed with the nutrients. I'll fill that up. Not too full, just how much. You can put some more in. I'll leave it as such. Okay, the liquid is in there, the nutrient mix. Now that will grow, that will wick it up. Okay, so once that gets, you can now monitor it just so it's not dry and continue to add the moisture in, and you're not going to drown the plant or anything in that sort of way. So now we'll put that there. So let's do one more. Remember, this one I just planted. I bought that about 2-3 months ago, I think, at the store, one of the big stores, in this sort of form. And it was like that. And I've been using it since then, but I've kept the standard soil in there, but I've always added the nutrients. Now we're going to swap to completely hydroponic. It's another form of hydroponics. So there we have this lovely basil. So now I'm going to take them out. So look at the roots also. That's why they don't last long once you take them home, and it's about a week or two and they're gone. You know? So look now what I'm going to do. There's a plant. There's a plant. Well, that was broken off anyway. There's a plant. Okay, so I can plant multiple ones and make multiple plants. So now with this one, of course, I'm going to clean it. Don't worry if you drop the whole plant in. You're just giving it a good clean when the weather does get rain on. So now remember, this plant has had it's got hydrogen peroxide in too. It's this liquid, I mean, not the plant. Okay, that's it. Clean. I'll sometimes drop the head in. You can put multiple ones in, sometimes 3, and you get a nice bushy plant, and they'll just continue to grow. But this one base is broken, so we won't bother about that. So now I'm going to fill this again with my cocoa coir. There we go. Then later we'll be doing outside. We'll be making tunnels. I'm going to be showcasing how to grow on your walls. Completely different forms of growing, what containers, how easy it is, any container I'll find. And then the next one I'm going to do is the styrofoam container. To make the hole is easy, you just need to press it and it breaks. And also with the styrofoam, it keeps those nutrients cool. So here we go. So keep watching, there's some interesting stuff coming. I know for some of you this could be a little boring because you haven't done it before. You have done it before, but there are people who haven't done it before. And I'm going to teach some people also how to do a business with it. Especially I used to love teaching people in Africa, you know, where I'm from. And I have a couple of guys who are very successful, still doing it. They can do it in remote areas because the water is so minimal and the cracky system is so easily where they don't have electricity. So I have taught them that, and there's some that I keep in contact with every day, every week or 2 weeks, or at least a month. So okay, now I've put in my nutrient mix. Nutrient mix is in. Now we'll watch that in a few weeks' time. We'll keep them posted. And that's it for today. And I've got a lot of tips coming up, midweek tips. I've got one coming up to let you know how you can keep your plants moist when you're on holiday. There's a long holiday coming up now in the UK. So when you're going away, just watch out for that tip. I think it should come through about Wednesday next week. If my editor does it for me properly. Or she says it's okay. Anyway, and that's my daughter. All right, now that's it for today, and I just hope you enjoyed this, that you learned something else, and I want you to have a fantastic week ahead, or weekend coming ahead. So all the best. I'll see you next week. Cheers.